See, question number 2, sorry, question number 1, the first question on this is based on section formula, right? So find the coordinates of the point which divides the join of -1 comma 7 and 4 comma -3 in the ratio 2:3. So what we'll do is we'll make this line segment, right? This is, let's say, A and this is B, right? AB is a line segment. What are the coordinates of A? It's -1 comma 7 and this is what, 4 comma -3. Clear? Now the join of these 2 points, that is the line segment AB, is divided by another point C, right? It's divided by another point C, right? But what is the coordinate? Let me write it here. What is the coordinate of C? That we don't know. But the question says that the join of these two points, that is AB, is divided by another point in the ratio of 2:3. So this ratio is 2:3. Is it clear? Now what we need to find is the coordinates of C. So we'll mark this as what? X1, Y1. This is X2, Y2. And the coordinates of C, let us mark it as XY. We have to determine the coordinates of C. So first of all, what we'll take is, let the coordinates of C be X comma Y, right? Now we're using section formula. Using section formula, we can write X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. This is our section formula, right? What is this m? 2 is m and this is n. The ratio is what? m:n. So now we'll substitute the value. What is m? 2. M is equal to 2. What is x2? x2 is equal to 4, right? x2 is equal to 4 plus, what is n? n is equal to 3, right? And x1 is equal to -1 divided by m plus n means what? 2 plus 3. So now this is 2 into 4 is 8 minus 3 divided by 5. So this is 5 by 5, x is equal to 1. Likewise, we will find the value of y. Y is equal to what? my2 ny1 divided by m plus n. It's very simple to remember, right? m into y2, n into y1. It's good. Let's just cross it. Now, divided by m plus n, that's the total ratio. M is again what? 2. Y2 is -3 plus n is equal to 3 and y1 is 7 divided by 2 plus 3. So 2 into -3 is 6, 3 into 7 is 21 divided by 5. So 21 minus 6 is 15 by 5, y is equal to 3. So we got both the coordinates, right? That is x is 1 and y is equal to 3. So therefore what is C? C is 1 comma 3. Is it clear? Very simple. See the next question. Find the coordinates of the points of trisection. Find the coordinates of points of trisection of the line segment joining 4 comma -1 and -2 comma -3. Now trisect. See, you have heard bisect, divide into 2 equal parts. So likewise, trisect means to divide into 3 equal parts. So let's say we have this line segment AB whose coordinates are 4 comma -1. This is 4 comma -1 and -2 comma -3. Right? Now this line segment AB is divided into 3 equal parts. Right? 3 equal parts. So let us say that these 3 equal parts are, this line segment is divided by C and D right? This line segment is divided by the point C and D into three equal parts. What are the equal parts? AC, CD and DB, right? So we'll mark this as what? X1, Y1, this is X2, Y2, right? And now the coordinates of this one, I'll mark it as X comma Y, and this is X3, Y3. Very simple. Now the ratio is not given. So how will we find the ratio out here? It's very simple. You determine how many segments are there. Three segments. So let's say if I want to find the ratio of AC is to CB. Now AC is how many parts? One part. And how many parts CB? Two parts. How three? Two parts. So what is the ratio of solution will be ratio of AC is to CB is what? 1 is to 2. So we got the ratio of AC is to CB. So now what we can find is the coordinates of C. Okay. Using section formula. Right? We can write X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. M is what? 1. X2 is what? Minus 2. Plus n is what? 2. And x1 is 4. Divided by 1 plus 2. So this is minus 2 plus 8 divided by 3, which is 6 by 3, which is 2. Likewise, y is my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Clear? What is m? 1. What is y2? Minus 3. N is what? 2. And y1 is minus 1 divided by 1 plus 2. So this becomes minus 2 divided by 3, which is minus 5 by 3. Okay, so what do we get? C. C is what? 2 comma minus 5 upon 3. Now we need to determine the value of the coordinates of D. Okay, so now AD is to DB is what? AD, how many segments in AD? 2 is to 1. 2 segments in AD, 1 segment in DB. So the ratio becomes 2 is to 1. Now the coordinates of D is what? X3 and Y3. So X3 will be equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. Likewise, Y3 is equal to, this is my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. So we'll substitute the values. What is m? Here, 2. X2 minus 2. N is 1. X1 4 divided by 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1. Right? M plus n. So this becomes minus 4 plus 4 by 3, which is simply 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. Here m is 2, y2 is minus 3, n is 1 and y1 is minus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. So this becomes minus 6 minus 1 by 3, which is minus 7 upon 3. So we got the coordinates of D as well. What is D? D is 0 comma minus 7 upon 3. Clear? Okay, the third question. I have not written the question right here. It's very long. You can refer to the book also, right? The third question. So the third question says that there is, I'll just explain you the question in a very simple form, right? It says that there is a rectangular school playground, right? And for any sports event program, the school playground is divided in such a way that this breadth, rectangular plot ko breadth, is divided into 10 equal parts, right? And 10 lines are drawn. Whereas along AD, it's divided into 100 equal segments, and at every 1 meter, a flower pot is kept. Is it clear? So now the question says that Niharika runs on the second line. Which line? Second line. And covers how much distance? 1/4 of the distance along AD. So see here, Niharika is running on the second line. Covering how much of the distance? 1/4. So what I have done, distance covered by Niharika is 1/4 of 100, which is 25. She is running on the second line, so I'll mark here n is 2, 25. Right? N is how much? 2, 25. And the second part says what? Preet covers a distance of 1/5 along AD. On which line? 8th line. So on the 8th line, see, on the 8th line, Preet covers a distance, I'll mark it as P. How much? 20 meters. On which line? 8th line. So this is 8, 20. Clear? Now the question says, and both Niharika and Preet are posting a flag at their respective points. Right? So the question says, what is the distance between N and P? So we'll mark it as x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Right? Here, x1, y1 and x2, y2. So using distance formula, NP is equal to what? Root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is y2 minus y1 whole square. Right, now we'll substitute the values. X2 is what? 8, x1 is 2, y2 is 20 and this is 21, y1. So 8 minus 6, 2, sorry, 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 square is 36. Here 20 minus 5 is 5, 5 square is, it's minus 5 square is 25. So when you add this, you get root over 61 units. Now, the third part of the question, what does it say? That Rashmi has to post a flag exactly in the midpoint of the line segment joining NP. Right? Exactly in the midpoint. So, where should she post the flag? So, what I have written, let Rashmi post the flag at R, the coordinates of R are x, y. Now, using midpoint formula, we'll write x is x1 plus x2 by 2. What is x1? It's 2. x2 is, I'm so sorry, this is 8 divided by 2. So, this is 5. Likewise, y is how much? Y1 plus y2. 25 plus 20. 25 plus 20 by 2. This is 45 by 2 is 22.5. Okay. So that means Rashmi will have to run on the 5th line. And she will post a flag at a distance 22.5 meter along AD. Along AD. So I'll write the statement here. Rashmi will post a flag on the which line? 5th line. On the 5th, okay, let me write here. 5th line at a distance 22.5 meter along AD. That is, now when I say along AD does not mean on this line. When I say along AD means it is like we are moving to the crossing the length of the rectangular plot. Is it clear? We are crossing the length of the rectangular plot. Fine. The next question, find the ratio. See, here the question says find the ratio, right? In the previous question, what we were finding? The coordinates. The ratio was given, we were finding coordinates. But now what is saying? Find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points minus 3, 10 and 6, minus 8, right, is divided by minus 1, 6. It means we have this line segment joining 2 points. What are these 2 points? Minus 3, 10 and this is 6, minus 8. We'll mark this as A. Okay, let me write it here. A and B. X1, Y1 x2, y2, right? This is the line segment. Now, this line segment AB is divided by another point, and that point is what? C, minus 1 comma 6. Okay. Now, what we have to do is we have to find in what ratio is C dividing AB. So what we'll do is we'll find this ratio. So let the ratio be m is to n. Let the ratio be m is to n. So solution, let C, I'll mark this point as C, that is minus 1 comma 6, divide AB in the ratio m is to n. Is it clear? Now, we'll mark this as x comma y. So we have to use section formula because ratio is given, right? So using section formula, we have x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. What is x here? Minus 1. M is what? We don't know. What is x2? 6. What is n? We don't know. What is x1? Minus 3 divided by m plus n. Right? We just simply need to determine the ratio. So we'll multiply this minus 1 into m plus n. Minus 1 into m plus n is equal to 6 into m, 6m. Plus into minus, minus 3 into n, 3n. Fine? Okay. So now this becomes minus m, we'll open the bracket, minus n is equal to 6m minus 3n. So this is minus m, or we can also do it like this. We can bring this 3n this side, minus n, right? And this is equal to what? 6m plus m. Right? We'll take this m to this side, it becomes plus m. We'll change the side from minus 3n, it becomes plus 3n. So this is 2n is equal to 7m. But we need to find what? The ratio. M is to n. So if you just cross multiply, this is 2 by 7 will be equal to m upon n. 7 will come down here, here n will come down. Hope you know this technique, right? So this m is to n is equal to 2 is to 7. So that means this point C, that is minus 1 comma 6, is dividing AB in the ratio of 2 is to 7. Clear? The next question, find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points A and B, the coordinates are mentioned, right? Find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points A and B is divided by x-axis. If you remember in the first class, I told you that if a point lies on the x-axis, then the y-coordinate is 0. The y-coordinate is 0. So let's say that this is the point A, this is the point B, 1 comma minus 5 and minus 4 comma 5. It is divided by the point C. And this point C lies where? On the x-axis. Right? So that means the y-coordinate is what? 0. So this will be x comma 0. Clear? Second part is saying what? Also find the coordinates of the point of division. That means we have to find the coordinates of C. Because C is dividing line segment AB. So we have to find the code. We have to find the ratio and we also have to find the coordinates of C. So coordinates of C means we actually have to find only the value of x. Y is already 0. So we just need to determine x. So we'll write here, let C x comma 0 divides AB in the ratio m is to n. So this is m and this is n. Clear? So now See, I'll mark this x1, y1, x2, y2, and this is x comma y. Now I have to use section formula. That's understood. Got it? But I don't have the value of x and I don't have the ratio as well. But what I have is the value of y. How much is y? 0. So using section formula, we have y is equal to my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Fine. Y is given 0. What is m? We don't know. What is y2? It's 5. What is n? We don't know. What is y1? It is minus 5 divided by m plus n.